Hey Andrew, great question, and definitely rearranging formulas is one of those things that a lot of people struggle with. Okay, so here's an example, and I literally just made this up, so the numbers might get kind of crazy. But let's say we're going to rearrange for v. Okay, so a little bit of a procedure, if you will, if we could just write the steps down. Number one is like ID the variable. Okay, what is it that we want to do here? What do we want by itself? And like it's okay to use a highlighter or you can circle it just to keep in your mind what's going on. The second step, number two, is fractions. And generally what we want to do is not really have fractions. So we can see we have basically a fraction here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both sides by whatever the denominator is. So I'm just going to multiply x minus 1, x minus 1, because this basically gets us to a situation where we have no fractions. So that's kind of step two, right? We have 2v plus 7 over here. So number one, figure out what the variable is, where that is. Step two, get rid of your fractions. And now step three is going to be basically kind of like our order of operation stuff already. Do you know what I mean? So let's distribute if we need to get rid of brackets. That's only if there's brackets here, so there is in this case, of course. Alright, so let's distribute. I'll multiply the c. So that's going to give us cx minus c equals 2v plus 7. Remember, we still want v by itself here. Alright, so let's not lose track of that. Step 4 then would be the addition property. And step 5 would be the multiplication or division property, right? Basically just algebra from there. So here, I'm looking at the v, and I always look at what's being done. I'm going to deal with the addition or subtraction first, so I'm going to get rid of this 7. I need more room now because I'm being a pig with space, but that's okay. So the 7's are gone. I have 2v, and that's going to equal cx minus c minus 7. And then I'll divide lastly that whole thing. And when you divide one side, you got to divide that whole side off. Okay, so v equals all of this, cx minus c minus 7 all over 2. Okay, now don't worry about what this is because I just made that up. But the procedure, basically, number one, identify the variable. Get rid of your fractions. Even if you have the variable that you want, say we wanted to solve for x, still do this step because you'll get rid of the fraction and your x will come back over here. So it's okay. And then, step 3, 4, and 5 basically do algebra, right? Get rid of brackets using distribution, do the addition property, get all your variables to one side if you have to, and then finally go for the jugular, divide off what you need to, and isolate the variable. Okay, so not sure what the math antics dude has to say on this, but that's what I have to say. So keep trying a few and let me know how it goes.